Welcome everyone to my channel, and for this video I would like to teach you about the Turkish language and the first simple sentence structure. And I will try to keep this course between alternating with the English and Turkish, and please don't mind me if I sometimes stop a little to think about the thing. And without further ado, let me give you a brief beginnings, give you a brief explanation regarding the Turkish language. Turkish language is a language which is spoken in Turkey, and it's a SOV language instead of the usual ones we know like SVO. And the Turkish language is like using lots of suffixes for the making the sentence more understandable, unlike in English or other languages we know. And following that, as the sentence structure, cümle yapısı in this case, the literal translation in Turkish. And as you can see, the Turkish language starts with a subject, özne, object, nesne, verb, yüklem. For an example, we can say, o yarın gelecekmiş. What does this sentence mean? This sentence means that o yarın gelecekmiş. If we dissect this, o means our subject özne, and o can mean he, she, it, singular. It doesn't have any gender. In Turkish, we do not have any genders like the English has or the German has. And yarın means tomorrow, time dash object. And gelecekmiş means that is coming. But the thing is that in Turkish, if you add mish, mishmash, mushmish, it means that you heard from someone that this thing will happen. So in this case, it means that if you translate it literally to English, it means that he will come tomorrow, or he is supposedly come tomorrow. He is reportedly coming tomorrow. Because we do not know that for certain, but we heard from someone else that he will come, he, she, it will come tomorrow. Something like this as an example. I know it's a little bit complicated in this case, but it's a very simple, when you get the gist of it, it's a very simple thing. For forming a sentence step by step, cümle kurmak, in Turkish, we start with the subject, with an object and a verb. This sentence is much a simpler version of an example sentence. Ben bir top dondurma istiyorum. So if we dissect this, it means that ben, I, bir top dondurma means that one scoop of ice cream. One scoop means, in Turkish, we just say that bir means one, top means like a ball, but in this case it's a scoop. Ice cream means dondurma. İstiyorum means I want. In Turkish, you can sometimes, generally you can omit the subject. You can just say that bir top dondurma istiyorum. Because the verb has the subject inside. Like istiyorum means that istiyorum, istiyorsun, istiyor means that by the if we take them as a example, istiyor means that I want, istiyorsun means that you want, istiyor means he, she, it wants. So we can omit the subject, since our verb also have our subject in this case. Moving on, the little bit of essential vocabulary for the beginning in this case in Turkish, and for the personal pronouns, ben means I or me, sen means you, singular, like just a one person. O means he, she, it. It can be anything, we do not know. Biz means we, siz means you, plural form, or it's like a formal form just like in German. Like with the capital S, Z means if you're talking with someone else, but you have to be formal, you can use siz in Turkish. Siz ister misiniz? Sizin isminiz ne? Something like this. Onlar means they for the third person plural. And moving on with this, the family members, aile üyeleri in this case means that anne baba, mom dad, erkek kardeş brother, kız kardeş sister. Because in Turkish the kardeş basically means sibling, and we do not usually separate it. It's just like male sibling, female sibling. That kind of idea is there. Abi dash abla means that big brother, big sister. You can also call many people, like if you are not even do not know them, but as a sign of gesture, or is it like a little bit of a respect, you can say that abi abla. Abi nasılsın, abla nasılsın, abla gel, abi git, something like this. Büyük anne means like grandma. Büyük baba means grandpa. But this is a very simplified way, and I do not, in general, we do not see these people calling their grandparents like büyük anne, büyük baba, something like that. But in Turkish, we have that anneanne, babaanne for the mom of your mom and mom of your dad. But for the grandpa, for the both sides, we just call dede. Something like this. But büyük baba is also acceptable. Büyük anne is also acceptable, and we will not think that you are weird just because you are calling your grandma or grandpa büyük baba, büyük anne. But obviously they will think that okay, so this person is a little bit foreign. But I mean, it's not a big issue. But the coming towards the end, the Turkish is read as written. Uh, Unlike English, like you write like okay, like say if you say unlike, but if you separate the things, that it's like U is like UNLIKE, something like that. Then you expect like you like key, something like that, but it doesn't work that way. So it's like unlike, like that's not accepted. Like you are not expecting that because the vowel sounds different, but it's in a word it feels different. Pronunciation is different. But in Turkish, when you say like a little bit of example, let's say anne. If you dissect it, if you separate it by the letter by letter, it's basically like a, n, and e. So when you put them all together, it becomes anne. So it is basically what you, when you are reading the vowels singularly, but when you merge them together, it still sounds the same. There is not much of a difference happening unless there are some special rules, and we are not going to talk about them. And but in Turkish, we have some special vowels, especially we call it soft G, and soft G is something like makes your vowel move a little bit down and up. So it is basically like if you put next to your vowel, it makes like this. Like let's say uh ah ah. Like it's like if it feels like you're saying ah, but it's actually like ah. Like you go down and up. That kind of effect, like or something like da. Da means mountain, but when you write it, it becomes da in soft G, and as a result, you read it like not like da, but you pronounce it like da. Like you go a little bit down, then a little bit up after the soft G, which means yumuşak C, yumuşak G, something like this. But this is a little bit maybe hard to grasp. I mean, the Germans have the umlaut, like with the ü, it's the same sound, but no one has that like che in this area, like you see the che, yumuşak G, ö, she, ü. That's kind of if you are able to make those sounds, then you have a very big advantage regarding speaking Turkish. For the I wanted to give you a little bit of a dialogue example. This is like a very much how should I say, fictionalized thing. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen in real life. It might not, but it's a little bit more fictionalized version. And how should I say? Maybe you can expect this to be spoken in a little bit language example, but not much in real life. But let me annotate this in Turkish. So we start with the anne, mom, and her son. oğlu in this case, and interact using with the Turkish letters. So let me phrase. Anne, dışarı çıkıyorum, bir şey istiyor musun? Which means that I'm going out, do you want anything? Oğlu, anneciğim bir top dondurma istiyorum. Dear mommy, I would like to have one scoop of ice cream. Then anne, ödevini yaptın mı? Did you do your homework? Oğlu, hayır. No. Anne, o zaman sana dondurma yok. Then no ice cream for you. Oğlu, hayır. No. That kind of a thing. So something like this in Turkish. So far we able to do one video of this, and I would like to maybe continue with this and maybe see where will this go. But if you came this far, like you are doing something good for yourself. Learning language is hard. Starting is even harder. When I started learning English and Chinese, it really took my much effort. But I hope that this video or anything you do will help you to achieve your goal regarding Turkish. Even though you do not have to be like a native speaker, I hope that you will be able to speak at least like fluently, understand it like most of the what has been spoken. Then for this slides and for this video, we so far talk about Turkish sentence structure, like the diacritics, the speaking, and the little bit of a sentence structure there, and how to pronounce the words and some other special vowels there. And for the next lesson, I am thinking about getting more into detail of the suffixes and prefixes in this case. And I hope to see you in the next video.